Hey, this is Jonathan McDonald, and I'm here to demonstrate my social network NoSQL API. So to get started on your local system, I'll show you how to set up the server. It's really simple. You just want to change directories into the root directory of the project. So you see I'm in the root directory right now. And then all you have to do is write npm start, and you'll see our server is started and connected at 3001, and you are ready to go from here. I will be demonstrating the routes making requests to my Heroku deployment, but if you wanted to use your local system, you are all ready to go. Let's cancel that, and let's take a look at these routes. So we have users and we have thoughts. Just to demonstrate, we can get all users. So we have 2 users currently. We can also get users by an ID if we tag that on the end. So we just got this user's by her ID. So I'm actually going to change this back. We can create our own user. So we make a post request with some JSON. And we created a user. If we do get all again, we see our user was added. We can update our user with their ID. So let's say I put in the wrong username. I want my username to be Billy Bob. So we got a successful request, and we see that user is changed to Billy Bob. Lastly, for users, you can delete users with their ID. So let's say I want to delete my account. Successful request, check again, my user is gone. So let's move on to thoughts. We can get all thoughts. As we see right here, we have 3 current thoughts right now. We can get thoughts by ID. We got a single thought right there. We can create our own thoughts as well. So I need some user data. So let's say this user created a thought. Post that. And we got a successful request. If we check the users, we will see that the thought ID has been added. And if we check all thoughts, our new thought is there. So we can also update thoughts with their thought ID. So let's say I didn't mean to have that text, I meant to have something else. If we want to change the text to let's go, post, we get a successful request, we check, and the thought text has been changed. We can also delete thoughts. So for that, we need the thought ID and we need the user ID. So we'll get the thought ID right here. And we'll get the user ID. Successful request, we'll check. Our thought is gone. We check the users, the ID has been removed. So other things that you can do, you can add friends between people. So let's say these 2 users wanted to be friends with each other. We can do that with a post request. So we need the user's ID and we need the friend's ID. So we'll take this user's ID and we'll take the other user's ID, post that, successful request. If we check, we can see that the ID of the other person has been added to their friend array. We can also remove friends by doing pretty much the opposite. And that is successful. We see the ID was removed from both of their arrays. Finally, we can create reactions to thoughts. So if we have, let's say this thought right here. No, actually, let's create a new thought. Let's give her that thought back. There it is. We can create a reaction with that ID. And we can see that it was added. And we can take that reaction and delete it.